Welcome, 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 welcome to Mondays Beyond the Mic. This is the place where we go beyond surface level topics in relationship. This space provides us with an opportunity to delve into more personal or profound aspects of our lives. As you see, we have Lady Dawn B back with us again. I can't even call her co-host because she is actually part of HG. Hey, Lady Dawn B, how you doing?
Hey, what's poppin'? Good to be back on Monday. I know what night it is this time.
Okay. Thanks for coming on back. Thank you. So I want to say thank you to our faithfuls who tune in every Monday night to be here with us. If this is your first time, welcome. And thank you for your continuous support to all who tune in every Monday. As a disclaimer, we talk from our personal experiences in the hopes that we will help someone change the trajectory of their lives. So we are being vulnerable and naked here, hoping that we will help somebody in their personal feelings, struggles, or whatever that looks like. House rules, house rules, house rules. Respect, respect, respect. I would like to state that if disrespect is displayed here on this platform or in the chat, individuals will be silenced and removed. Sorry that it has to be that way, but we do not tolerate disrespect here on Mondays Beyond the Mic. Now, Lady Donby, I'm going to do a recap because this month we have been
Come
through a
on.
lot. So, the recap this
Yes.
month has been a whirlwind of relationship topics, such as breadcrumbing, which is when someone keeps you on the hook just enough to make you think something might happen. But guess what? It never does. That's what happens with breadcrumbing. Nothing ever happens, right? So then we're going to go into ghosting. We talked about ghosting when someone you're talking to suddenly disappears without a trace, no text, no calls, no explanation. And lastly, we talked about zombieing. Oh, Lord have mercy, zombieing. When someone you thought was dead and buried in your dating history suddenly crawls back from the grave. So that is the recap. And before we go on into tonight's topic, which is cushioning, what do you think about all that we have talked about?
Listen, if your plate was not full, before this is gonna be dessert tonight because Monday nights have served up a whole smorgasbord buffet of relationship information. I'm sure we've all found ourselves. I know I did in several places, being the offender and offendee. So yeah, we getting our lives together here at this big age. Yes,
Yeah, so
God.
we're getting our lives at this big age, right? So we're going to take a little commercial break, what I like to call commercial break, because we have some faithfuls in here. We have some people talking to us. Hey, Antoinette. Hello. Hello. How
Hey,
are you?
partner.
Coach, don't play. Okay, we didn't even start, but okay.
The
Thank you,
Torrance
T.
Felder says, no.
Yeah. Hey, Reginald. Hola. Thanks for being here. Thank you all. So,
Oh,
again, recap. Like we said, we talked about breadcrumbing, we talked about ghosting, we talked about zombieing. So, to wrap it up for tonight we will be talking about cushioning. What's that? So, talking about cushioning, let's get into it. So specific statistics on cushioning are limited because it is a fairly new topic. It's a fairly new term. But research on relating dating behaviors, particularly from
all
Psychology
right.
Today, offers insight into why
Well,
cushioning has emerged and
all right.
its
I think I'm
effect
buffering.
on relationships. Cushioning generally aligns with modern dating behaviors that create backup options. Y'all heard that backup options due to the abundance of dating opportunities, especially through online dating platforms. The availability of alternative connection encourages people to maintain romantic interests in multiple individuals as a safety net. encourages people to maintain romantic interest in multiple individuals as a safety net. This behavior tends to be emotionally distancing, excuse me, and can prevent deep emotional connections or trust, often leaving individuals on the receiving end feeling undervalued and insecure in the relationship. So, co host, have you ever experienced cushioning?
I'm pretty sure that I have. Yeah, the problem with that, when you talked about the safety net, yeah, that was striking a chord because what happens is if you have too many safety nets or too many nets, they get tangled at some point. It's really hard to keep them separate. At some point, lines get crossed, wires get crossed, and it becomes an issue. But yeah, I believe under this definition, I'm pretty sure I have, unbeknownst to me, because I'm like I said, I'm a whole decision. I don't do numbers. I only do one.
Right. And see, and this is what we were talking about, right? Still standing. Antoinette said all these terms didn't even know they existed. Yes, yes, sister. We talked about it because when we were growing up, it was just a bucket of hurt and everything went in that one bucket. And, that was that. T said, oh, players and players. Okay, 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 players and playettes. So, yeah, that's pretty much, the line it falls in. Maybe that's what we called it back in the days, players and playettes. So we're gonna keep the train moving. Not, well, are we in the train today? Because we be on a lot of, we be on
We
the
use a
train,
lot
the
of them.
bus, the airplane. We be a lot of places, right? So
We
let's
ride
just
with
keep it
elephants
moving.
instead.
All right, so let's take it away. You take away the first one. Let's go. Let's dive deep into it.
All right. Well, let's get it popping. The first thing is fear of commitment and avoidance of intimacy. Hmm.
Okay, Lady Dawn B is actually frozen because she's up in those
That's
sticks
good.
if you didn't
All
know.
right. So those commitment or vulnerability.
Okay, Lady Dawn
I'm
B,
sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
you that's okay. You're breaking up. So you broke up the entire thing. So I'm gonna jump in right now. Everybody knows you up in those sticks. So I'm gonna read this part over. So the first one says fear of commitment and
All right. I'm gonna
avoidance
go.
of intimacy. That says those who engage in cushioning may be avoiding full commitment or vulnerability, often due to a fear of intimacy or desire to avoid emotional risk. This can reflect unresolved issues or past relationship traumas, where cushioning acts as a defense mechanism, allowing them to feel secure without fully investing in one partner. So we have some people. Don B is going to come back. I think T is coming up. Hold on. Can you hear T?
That oh
Okay,
play it. Okay.
looks like everybody's getting themselves together tonight. Okay. It's a Monday, y'all. It is actually a Monday. So what I will say to that while my co-host is
Better?
getting her connection together. Talk to me.
Is it better?
Yes, it is better.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet today. So let me know where you left off. So sorry.
That's okay. I just finished reading it. And one thing I will say about the fear of commitment and avoidance of intimacy, what I will say is normalize it and validate the experience, right? Don't neglect what you're feeling. And what I mean by that is it's common for people to engage in cushioning due to past experiences or fear of vulnerability. Often, fear of intimacy stems from understandable place, such as previous relationships, like we talked about, the trauma, the abandonment, the betrayal. One thing I believe that one should recognize and embrace that their fears are valid and that they don't define them or their future relationships. So what do you think about that? Because I think a lot of times when cushioning and zombieing and all these terminologies and breadcrumbing, these things happen to individuals, we have a tendency to take them on ourselves and think it's something that we did or we're not good enough.
I can agree with that perspective. We do internalize it a lot. What I think also happens when I was reading this and considering what you were sharing is that what sticks with me most is the avoidance of a full commitment and the fear of intimacy. When we have more than one person in our lives, we don't have to be, we can be one piece of us to them. Putting my best foot forward in this space. You know me this way. You don't know the full me, but every time I show up in this space, I'm amazing. And it avoids the rejection that we may feel if you're with one person that you become totally transparent with. It avoids that rejection. If I'm with more than one person, I might be really funny with one person. I may be able to be real emotional and sentimental with another person. I may be able to be very stern or, share my thoughts and dreams with someone else. So I'm spreading myself around so that I'm never rejected. I'm giving people the pieces of me that make me shine, so that I never have to do the work on myself, or I never have to take a deeper look at myself and really lay out, who I am, because I'm afraid that if I really showed you the whole package of who I am, there's a possibility that there'll be rejection. There'll be pieces of me that you don't like. There's some places that you can't, you may not have the capacity to handle certain things.
Okay, you're fading
So
in and
for
out.
me, it's just,
Okay. T, are you
I'm gonna
able
switch
to
devices.
speak? And okay, while you switch device, we're gonna take a commercial break. Still standing says you definitely can't begin to think it's something you did or the issue is you. I done been zombie, ghosted, breadcrumbed, and cushioned. Laugh out loud and have unknowingly done the same. Learning a lot. Also, that's what we're here for. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, Eric, blessings, blessings, blessings. And what I will do, Vaughn is our faithful. And Vaughn, if you feel the need to come on up here with T, I'm going to drop the link with you. So, T, what do you think about cushioning?
I'm sorry, I was having some technical difficulties, so I didn't hear everything. But cushioning is just basically a way to keep your options open. Can you
Mm-hmm.
hear me? I mean, basically,
Yeah.
it's just a way to keep your options open. And a lot of people keep their
Mm-hmm.
options open basically because fear of commitment or fear of getting hurt by that one person. So if this person acts up, you
Mm-hmm.
still got this person over here. So that's basically why people cushion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's good. And yeah, and then I will also say identify the root cause of the avoidance, right? Because what one of the things we said is the fear of intimacy and avoidance of that commitment. So identify the root cause of it, of the avoidance. What are the past experiences where vulnerability led you or led us to hurt? This
Yeah.
can help us identify specific instances or feelings associated with intimacy avoidance.
Yeah.
One
Basically,
can
I,
help to
okay.
see the pattern and
I
better
think
understand the emotions driving the behavior.
okay. Basically, I think all of us has probably been cushioned once or twice in our lifetimes,
I can
or
agree.
we have cushion. Social
Hmm.
media and social media makes it easy to cushion. So that's why it's happening at an alarming rate right now because you got all these dating sites, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got all these different dating sites. So it's like it's a thing.
And
It's
that's a
not
great point
no
because
surprise.
that's this. Okay, you're still talking. Okay, you're fading in and out too. But to
It's
your
so
point,
hard
you
to
said
do one
social media. Great point.
thing.
And the next point I was going to make is amplified by social media and dating apps.
Right.
right? So what does that look like? And that looks like social media and dating apps make cushioning more common and easier to maintain as they allow people to stay in touch with multiple potential partners simultaneously without much effort. This consistent connection to alternative patterns make it harder to fully commit to one person, often encouraging impulsive behavior and less accountability in relationships. Now, how about that? Because we always talk about being accountable. So, Lady Dawn B, what you think about that? I don't know if she.
Okay.
Okay, can you?
Repeat. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, much better. All right. So I'm sorry. Just repeat the last part of what you said because it was breaking up a little bit for me.
So the last part I was talking about social media making it easier with all the social media and the dating apps. Cushioning is more prevalent, is more common because it's easy to maintain simultaneously relationships at the same time. You get to stay in touch with potential partners without making, not much of an effort.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Social media is, I think, the best setup for this type of behavior in relationships. Not that I'm not an advocate for it, I'm not promoting it, but I'm saying, it definitely allows you to expose yourself to a whole lot more people, to feel out their vulnerabilities without you having to take the risk of doing the same. You can be whoever you want to be and connect, on any level. You can pretend to be whatever you want. Um, and it does open you up, it allows you to give people a fantasy, or even yourself, it allows you to be a fantasy that you haven't even, that you are not. It allows you to be someone that you um, are not and have not, you might want to become. And it gives you a chance to, I think sometimes people hide behind the mask and create an image of themselves to see, or various images to see what gets the most attention.
That's good because even within that, T, you just logged back in, but we're still on the social media aspect of it. Social media can promote impulsive behavior and reduce accountability due to the ease of messaging or liking posts from multiple people at once. I would say identify any impulsive patterns that one may be causing, even if you're doing it, such as as an alternative part, texting a partner as an alternative.
Yes,
What's
because
your thoughts on that?
a lot
Yes.
of
Can't hear you. You're breaking up too.
I
Everybody's breaking up
yeah.
tonight. Barely is going in
Can
and
you hear me
out.
now?
So yes, that's better. Okay, he's gone. So yeah, we technical, it's Monday. Monday is doing what Monday does out there. So bear with us. We gonna get all of this together.
Right, and it's doing it
So
well. Monday is Mondaying well.
okay, you sound clear. You sound crystal clear. Okay, so we talked about the social media aspect of it. So let's just move on to the next one.
All right. So the next one is insecurity and anxiety. The cushioning can leave individuals feeling insecure as they sense they aren't a priority. That's major. This uncertainty can lead to anxiety and self doubt, with individuals often overanalyzing their partner's actions or words, worrying that they might be replaced. Knowing that a partner has backup options can also make individuals feel unstable and vulnerable in the relationship. That's a whole lot right there. And it is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. And I would say even within that, with cushioning, I will venture to say distinguish facts from assumptions, right? With
Mm,
all that going on, I think people need to distinguish the facts from the assumption because cushioning can lead to over analyzing a partner's words or actions. And also, again, distinguish the assumptions to identify what they know for sure versus what they suspect. Because if we start suspecting and thinking we know, it leads somewhere else. Because we talked about this before, where we can go, where this can take us, we can create a whole
mhm.
story. And the story can be the furthest thing from the truth.
Absolutely. I think you have to when it comes to that insecurity, don't let anybody knock you off your square. You know, you have to make sure that your security is rooted in who you are, not in how people may act or respond to you, you know, because that's giving someone else your power. And I know that in the relationship space, it's really sensitive because, you know, we're opening up to one another and we're trying to build. So there is a certain amount of power, I would say, that you yield to a person, but never let a person's actions cause you to feel insecure to the point where you are doubting and questioning yourself. I feel like you know, and your gut, like listen to your gut, listen to your innermost feelings. Um, and it's hard, I know, when you are in a relationship with someone and you really care and your feelings are involved. But you often say feelings are fleeting, you know, which is true. So you can only trust them but so far. But at the same time, trust what you're feeling. Don't let anyone, when a person starts acting in a way that starts to make you feel insecure, for me, I pause right there and I have to regroup. How you say, what is when you say, I said self and self said, huh? You know?
Yeah, you have that whole conversation with yourself. Get yourself together on every side. Whatever it takes for you to pull you back in check, do that.
Yeah,
See, that's for me. Everybody might not be talking to themselves. I talk to myself.
it's the
I'll let
answer.
it be
It's the
known.
answer for me. It's the answering for me.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. If I'm talking to myself, who else going to answer me? But
Right.
I got to work this out.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, that because when you start to let someone make you feel that insecure feeling, that is what brings on the anxiety. That is what starts to cause you to question yourself. You know, and it's one person's opinion, but you got to know their you got to know their motive. You
Hmm.
know them, because sometimes I think it's being honest up front. If I know that we're just dating and you're dating a few people, that's one thing, you know, because then I can gauge how much of myself I want to, you know, give to you and how
Hmm.
much power I want to give to you. But when you're not honest and forthright about the fact that you're dating me and other people, I think that's where the biggest turn comes in the insecurity and the anxiety, because you're believing that you and this person are exclusive when you're not. You're exclusive, but they're not. So then that
Hmm.
starts to make you question, why am I not enough? Why do you need all these other people? You know, I mean, for me, I'm like, I'm amazing. Like, you don't know that I'm amazing. I'm giving you the best
Right.
of me, bro. You know?
Right. Right. And that's a good point because even within that and what we said earlier, sometimes we take on this as it's something that we did and it has nothing to do with us because people can cushion for many reasons, right? Insecurities, fear of loneliness. So there are a lot of reasons people can cushion. So I think, hold on, I think T is back. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Everybody got their connection going. All right, everybody got
Yeah,
their connection going now. Right.
We
I got
try.
some Wi-Fi now. I got some Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, everybody rushing in from work. I
I was
thank
in the
y'all for
car. I was
being
in the
here.
car. I was in the
Listen,
car.
that's dedication. That's dedication. I appreciate it. In the car, still trying to chime in. I appreciate it. So yeah, now we get to hear from a man's perspective on cushioning. And I did drop the link in case anybody else want to come up here with Brother T. So again, so what do you think about that? Lady Dawn
I,
B just talked about the insecurity and the anxiety that it brings on, and to the fact that when I'm being cushioned and I'm not knowing I'm being cushioned. Like I think I'm the only one. I'm faithful in this relationship, but yeah, you somewhere else or she somewhere else.
you said what kind of insecurities that bring?
Yeah, when you're being cushioned, not knowing you're being cushioned.
Well, if you don't know you're being cushioned, then you think you're the one. So there's no insecurities in that.
No, but if you find out,
Oh, when you find out, oh, when you find
yeah,
out, then it's over. Done deal.
then it's over.
Done deal. It depends on how much time I dedicated to that person, how serious I am about that person. I'm sorry, let me turn on some lights here. How serious I am
Let's get
about that
real
person.
together. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I ain't that serious about the person, then it's a done deal. Or we may just be in a situation to where as we just playing.
But do
You
you
doing
make
what you're
that
doing, and I'm
known?
doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, but is that known up front?
If it's known up front that we just playing, then you can't really get upset with somebody cushioning because they're playing and you're playing. You can't really get upset.
But what
I
if
mean, you
you're
can.
playing and the other
You,
person is not playing?
oh, but if you're playing, the other person's not playing, then you just got caught.
Right.
You just got caught. You gotta you gotta eat that. You got caught. It happens.
Right. It happens, but again, speak to the insecurity part of it and anxiety because now I'm feeling as though I'm taking it on like it's me. And it's
Right.
really not me because I was so into you. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, or meeting your needs, and we're rocking and we're rolling.
Mhm.
However, I'm fully committed in this relationship, but you got options. And then I find out.
Oh yeah. I mean, then I messed up. I was a cheater. I cheated, and I got caught, and nothing I could do about that. But be sorry and try to get back in your good graces.
There's no more
You
Okay.
know what I
graces
mean?
after that. There ain't
Yeah,
no graces.
So
I know. And if I can't get back in your good graces, then I deserve what I got.
okay, so
Period.
you're gonna man up. You're gonna man
I
up.
got to man up. I got to man up. I got
Okay.
to.
So
If I got caught,
oh, oh shucks. Is
I got caught
hold
before.
on. Yeah, we're
I
gonna get
got
into
caught
that.
before.
Commercial break.
Okay.
Still standing said it. If it's a mutual understanding, then we are good. Cushioning on. Cushion on. But if it's not, and I find out, good night, Irene. And here we go. Here we go. This one here, Vaughn Eric T.
Lord.
Don't let them queens scare you, bro.
No, I'm not scared, bro. But it is what it is.
Mr. Vaughn Eric, I did drop the link if you want to help your
Right.
brother
He's
out.
talking from the comments.
Yeah, you
Right. Talking from the comments.
comments, but you're not up here. So yeah, whatever. So being that you got caught, because we shared, Vaughn shared, stalker, bedroom, lights out, being that you got caught, what was that like? Were you being the player and got caught? Did she think she was the only one? Or you trying to figure out which scenario you gonna share? Because it looked like you got a lot of them running around with
Right.
Yeah, I've done some things in my past. I've done some things in my past. I was married. I was a married player.
Mm.
Yeah, I was a married player. I
Now did
got
that
got married. I got
anxiety
married
in
when I
her?
was young. Huh?
Okay. No,
Got
I thought
married.
you
When,
go ahead.
got married when I was young, and I was still in the streets playing.
Mm,
Basically, basically.
okay.
See,
You know,
So your ex,
it's like that.
did
my
that
ex wife.
cause insecurities in her and anxiety in her when she found out you were cheating?
Yes, yes, very much so. Yes, I got away with it for a long time though.
Oh, not I got away with it for a long time.
Yeah, I played for a long time. I got away with it for a long time. But
Okay,
I
you
mean,
got
now
away
I
with
look at it now. I look at it now at the age I am now. It's like, damn, what was you thinking?
it. Mhm.
But at the time, I was young. That was like 20 years ago. I was young. I was playing. I was
Okay.
having fun, and I got caught. I loved my family though. I'm a family man to the end still, but
Mhm.
I love the other life also.
Okay. So we're
Mm.
gonna go back 20 years ago. So when you got caught, did that did you feel the hurt that you caused?
Yes, I did.
Did you Okay, well, at least we know you got some emotions going on in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, of
'Cause,
course, of
some
course.
dudes is like, I got caught and like, what? You staying or you leaving?
Nah,
Like,
Right.
what?
I ain't feel
What we
like
do?
that.
You already did
No,
it.
right. And it's so funny because I'm not sure how many people are familiar with Dion Cole, the comedian. And he said one time he got caught and the two ladies was in his house. And he sat back. I mean, this was like a real pimp player move. He sat there. He said one was going off, the other one was calm. He said he looked at both of them and said, "Which one leaving?" And whichever one staying, that's who I'm explaining to. I said, "Oh, oh." So he said the
But
one that left, he didn't explain. He said because he was going to only explain himself one time.
see, because he wasn't married to either one of them. I was in a whole different situation.
But still, just to treat
No, no,
somebody
no. I
like that.
understand that. I understand that. But if it had been like two girlfriends, that's different. But I had a wife. I had a family.
Yeah.
So that's a whole
Okay.
different scenario.
Absolutely. Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's take a commercial break. Hold on, because this one here. I heard that window comment, coach, stop playing. I'm just saying, we did a recap. We did a whole recap, and part of the window, climbing through the window was part of the recap. I'm
Don't be
sorry.
mad at the truth. That's the
Right.
truth.
Hey, Theo, don't be mad at the truth. Hey, Psalmist, just got in. All right, just got in. All right, let's see. I'm not
Hey
going to.
Vaughn, I got a story like that window story too, but it was too much to type at the time.
Lord Jesus.
Well, see, Vaughn, you are not alone. In the famous words of Michael Jackson, you are not alone.
Nah, brother.
Pastor
Nah,
Chris
man.
said he's not going to even comment.
Man.
Well,
They're gonna
again,
start the
let's go.
men's window club.
Right. So this month we have been talking about zombie and ghosting. And what's the breadcrumb and leaving just enough crumbs to make somebody follow you like Hansel and Gretel. So we're gonna move on because tonight we're talking about look, Vaughn laughing at you. He glad he's not alone. See,
Just a
we
mess.
share. So it's a whole family affair going on. We share here. So
Yeah, I got
in
stories. I got
terms
stories, Vaughn.
Okay, so in terms of cushioning, we're going to talk about dependency on validation and external approval. In the social media driven culture, cushioning can also be tied to a dependency on external validation. Many individuals engaging in this behavior may seek constant affirmation from multiple people to feel valued. This dependency can create a shallow sense of self worth, relying on the attention of others, making it harder to cultivate genuine self esteem. Thoughts on that?
Mm.
I think when you depend on too many people, I mean, okay, I'm just gonna be. How much affirmation do you need? I think you got to think about like just how much. Um, just to keep it a buck, because we all do need to be affirmed, but when you need it from too many different places, that think about who is this affirming coming from? Who is this? If you don't mean that much to me, then your validation in my book is not needed to me. If you don't hold no weight in my life, like you just another somebody, like it doesn't. So are you looking for someone to validate you externally that has value in your life? Or are you just looking to get a fan club, of people just throwing compliments at you or just, pouring into you, but it means nothing? Because that's like putting, dropping water through a straw. It's going to hit the bottom. It never gets into the glass where it can be held for you to build off of. So you got to stop and think about when you are in that situation. That to me is reflective of your own insecurities. If you are
Mhm.
constantly needing the more,
Mhm.
the praise me, from it's the quantity of people, then you got to pause yourself and you got to really think about like, what's going on within me that I need so many people. I only need the voice of one. Everybody else don't matter. I'm
Mm.
just saying.
That's
I
good.
hear you.
That's good.
I like
What's
that.
your thoughts?
That's what I'm
What's
talking
your
about.
thoughts?
I mean, she's 100% right. I mean, especially at this day and age, like if you need validation from multiple people, then this is something you got to sit down and think about. What's going on with yourself. But
Hmm.
then, not speaking personally, you got guys that like a lot of cars, guys that like a lot of watches, guys like a lot of sneakers, and you got guys just like a lot of women. Period. It just is what it is. Some people
Okay.
just to have a whole lot of different options. You have women like that too, and ain't just the guys.
So
I
Right.
would
got
you say
female.
that quantity over quality? That's what they're looking for
Oh yeah,
is
yeah, yes. You have some people that like quantity over quality. Yes, It is what it is. We all know people like that, don't we?
True.
I mean, y'all sit down and have the girlfriends talk, right? And then there's always one or two girlfriends that got a whole bunch of brothers checking for, and she checking for them too.
And I hear all of that. And to Lady Dawn's B point, two valid points. It speaks to the insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And then why do you need validation from people that mean nothing to you? These people don't mean anything to you. So for me, looking from the other side of it, man or female, there's a lack in the individual when you need multiple partners because it's stemming from something. There's a root there. It's stemming from something. It shows your insecurity. What hole are you trying to fill if you need so many people to validate you? What does that say about you that you can't validate yourself? Because before anybody else validates me, I know how to validate myself. It's to the
Mhm.
point like somebody be like, and I'm not, this may sound a little off, but it's like somebody telling you, well, you look good. I know. I looked in the mirror before I went outside. And I'm not saying that in a cocky and a
See, I didn't
disrespectful
want
way,
to
but
say.
I didn't
Right,
come outside with my bonnet on intentionally.
right.
I put clothes on and comb my hair intentionally.
Mm,
So yes, I thank you for the comment and all that, but I validate myself before
right,
anybody else has to validate me.
right.
Yeah, I think that I didn't want to say it. You said it. I didn't want to say it because I surely was gonna go there. And again, not being cocky, but it's like, yes, I knew I did not leave where I'm at until I looked the way I wanted to look. So you're not telling me anything new. And I think this is what happens when people are predators, so to speak, to see who is going to light up when you tell them, oh, you're beautiful or you're handsome or whatever, someone you don't know. And like you said, it's not to be cocky, but it's like, I'm aware of that. Thank you. But because when I left, I intentionally left this way. And when you do that for yourself, no one can take that away from you. I think validation and affirmation really it should confirm what you already know. That's what it is. You need someone to confirm and to encourage you in what you already know, not for them to wake you up to the fact that you were, beautiful or you're smart or you're funny or you can be successful. You know, Additionally, validation and affirmation really should speak life to you. So again, for me, that speaks to who is speaking to me. Like I said, only one person's word that really holds the most weight in my life. If it's your man or your lady, like that's the one that you're looking to be the number one cheerleader and outside of God or whatever your moral compass is. But that's the voice. There's really only one voice I think that really holds the most weight to help push you in feeling validated and affirmed. Otherwise, to me, it's just like a bunch of noise. What does it mean? What is it adding to your life that 29 people are telling you that you're gorgeous today? If they know, like what is okay, you had 29, but did it fill you up? What did it do for you?
Because even to that point, I'm gonna let you talk, T. Because even to that point, I'll back up. There's an emptiness that will never be full. Like you said, there's a straw. You just keep it. It will never be full if you constantly need someone to validate you. T, what's your thoughts? And then we're gonna go to commercial
Hmm.
break.
My thing is the other side to that is not just validation; it's just lust. You just like a whole bunch of different women, and you might not be on it just for somebody to tell you look good. I might be on it to tell other people they look good.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
not just about validation. It could just be about lust. You just like a whole bunch of an assortment of women or an assortment of men. You just like a whole bunch of different men, like a whole different bunch of different women. So it's not always about validation because you could be that person on there dating a whole bunch of people and you know that you the shit. Oh, excuse me. And you know that,
Go ahead.
and you know that you somebody. You know, you know
Mm-hmm.
that you that dude. You know that you that chick. You know what I mean? So it ain't all about validation. You know, if
Mhm.
it's validation, that's only if you're actually looking for one person, you're looking to settle down, then I would call it a validation situation. But if you're on there just to date and just to be having fun, that's just what it is.
That's a good point. That's the flip side of it. It is look, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But be honest about it.
Yes.
Yeah, that part. Don't be cushioning. Be honest, because cushioning, you got your multiple anything. Be honest.
That's a whole nother
Let's
story though.
keep. Yeah, let's keep. Oh Jesus, let's
That's a
keep it
whole
in
different story.
perspective. That's a
That's
whole
a,
nother show. Then
that's a
the
whole nother
psalmist
story though.
voice says, "I think pain on both parties can be a major factor in this hot topic." Absolutely, we spoke. I'll back up and tell you what we spoke about earlier. Thanks, Theo. Theo said that's good. The psalmist says some people don't need validation. It may be just getting too close will trigger the cushioning aspect. But I know it's not BK. You can't have it your way.
Mm.
Yes, we know, Pastor Chris. Bravo with Sheila said that could be totally dependent on a person's past. What kind of belief system has been put in place? A person has to travel through a healing process before they can realize a part of what you are saying. That is very good. And your point, Pastor Chris, is very good because we talked about that at the top. And I know you're probably just getting off of work, but we went into the part we opened up talking about the fear of commitment and avoidance of intimacy. With those who engage in cushioning may be avoiding full commitment or vulnerability, often due to a fear of intimacy or a desire to avoid emotional risk. This can reflect unresolved issues or past relationship traumas, where cushioning acts as a defense mechanism, allowing them to feel secure without fully investing in one partner. So that's what we covered earlier. So you're spot on with that. Now, T, back to you. What were you saying, or were you finished?
Oh, I was finished, but I was just saying the whole being upfront with it. That's a whole different topic.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole different topic. But I
That's a
will
whole
say
different topic.
recognize. I think individuals need to recognize the impact of social media on self
Yes,
worth.
yes. Because you know what? The whole dating online thing. Sometimes you don't even have any intentions on meeting these people.
Okay.
It's like a game. Swipe left, swipe right. Swipe left, swipe right. It's a game. Some people go on their phone and play games. Some people go on their phone and go on dating sites. Swipe left, swipe right. Swipe left, swipe right. You might swipe right and match with somebody and never even send them a message. I've done it 1,000 times.
Okay. So we got a good one for tonight. We got a cushion or so. Have it okay? So has it been done to you?
I'm quite sure, yeah. So let me tell you something. Somebody matched with me first. So when I when I accepted their match and then I started sending them messages, then they ghosted me. That happens. I've done it. I've had it done to me. It's the whole dating site thing. It's a game.
It's a whole monster out there in them
Oh
streets.
yeah. Oh,
I
it's
tell you.
nasty out there.
Yeah, I think it's the chase versus the pursuit. There's, it is different. Those are different.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's read Theo's before we continue. I think she's piggybacking on Bravo with Sheila. Yes, healing for some is necessary. I definitely had to choose to heal from stuff. I think we all have. You are not alone, my sister. Wait, you just out there swiping to swipe.
Say swiper, swiper, no swiping, swiper.
I mean, a lot of people have done that. Swiping just to swipe. I mean, you have no intentions on
Right.
meeting the person. You have no intentions of even giving that person your number.
Okay, and I will say click, share, like, and subscribe. Bravo, with Sheila said, continuation and sit on a comfortable true cushion. Know your self-worth. He's right. Catfishing. Okay. So swipe left, swipe right. We covered that. So social media driven dating environments can reinforce dependency on external validation. Okay, do you say that? Maybe okay, so let me ask you this. So someday you may feel like, hey, I just need a little compliments or something. Do you go on in and see who's going to validate you?
Me?
We
Yes,
been on this
sir.
like
Oh,
we
me?
Right. We
were
didn't
Oh,
say that.
right there.
I go on to see who I'm going to validate.
Oh, okay. Do you talk about me? We not swiping left and right. You're
No,
swiping
no, not
left.
you. I go on there to see who I'm going to validate because, like I said, I'm not going on there looking for validation. Me personally.
Okay.
Me
So you're
personally.
providing the cushioning. You're not the cushionee. You're doing the cushioning.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a game. You know what I mean? But if I run into somebody interesting, then that's a whole different story. And I have before. I have
Well, do
lifelong
tell.
friends. I have lifelong friends that I've met on dating sites that we've never
Okay.
been together, never slept together or anything crazy like that. And we're just lifelong friends. So
Okay. Well, that's good.
you get those kind of results also.
Okay. So you're making friendships out there in the
Yeah,
app.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Because some people, if they put, what are you looking for? And some people just say friendship, chatting. Some people just want to chat.
Okay. That's
Some people
enough.
want to get married. Some people want a long relationship. Some people just want to hang out.
So it's just a plethora of things going
Oh
on
my goodness.
out there.
Oh my goodness. That's why I'm only on one now.
So how many of you was on before? Now listen, we gonna get all in your
Oh
business.
my
How
goodness.
many you before?
Coach, you always in my business, coach. You always in
do
my business.
tell. Do tell.
So
I
you
was on a
hear
few.
now?
I was on a few.
Bravo. Bravo Miss Sheila said true T.
I was on a few.
She said that's a part of dating app. Many are there for validation. You was on a few. Okay, we I ain't gonna pick on you no more. Okay. But I
Now go
want
ahead.
to say beware of how likes, messages, and attention from others may reinforce a sense of worth that creates a temporary but shallow sense of self-esteem. I think it just becomes a danger when we're totally dependent of social media
Right.
validating who we are. And to Dawn's point, for someone else, we need that constant validation from someone else. So I think that where it gets a little tricky in there.
Right.
Oh, okay. So let's
I,
move on.
I'm
So
sorry.
Dawn B. No, that's okay. Dawn B, you want to take it away?
Got you. All right. Difficulty building trust. Cushioning fosters mistrust both within and outside the relationship. The act of keeping backup options often involves secrecy, my God, and a lack of transparency, leading to an environment where trust is eroded. When cushioning is discovered, it can create long term trust issues for the person affected, making it challenging to believe in the authenticity of future partners. That's a whole mouthful right there.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts, T?
I mean, that's natural.
Cushioning fosters mistrust both within and outside the relationship.
Oh, definitely. If you've been cushioned before, it's hard. It's definitely going to be hard for you to trust. That's just that's human nature. You know what I mean? If you've been cushioned before, you basically for a while you don't trust nobody. Nobody.
And that's good. And something else you said, the secrecy part. We had Dr. Hardy on here, and she talked about secrecy, and secrecy is pretty much like a snake,
Mm.
just slithering. Wait, because it's a secret, and if it's someone you can't know, I know we're talking in terms of cushioning,
Mhm.
okay, but I'll bring it back to your point. When you find that right one, at what point do you tell them, okay, I'm cutting this one off? Because you said you was honest from up front, right? And hypothetically, she's with it and she's saying she's just going to be with you. Now you know that you are serious with her. At what point do you tell her that you're cutting everybody else off?
This happened to me before. Honestly, I would,
You
I
need a
would,
book.
I would let her know. I would definitely let her know. Like, I was, I was entertaining other people, and it may just take just a little minute just for the phone calls to stop coming in. because you could ghost somebody, but your phone could still be ringing. So
Hmm.
I would
Not if you
explain
block
to
them.
her, yeah, you could do that, but that's kind of messy to me. That's messy. I
That's
would
messy.
just,
Ghosting isn't messy.
After,
yeah, ghosting is messy too. Ghosting is definitely messy.
But if
But
you made up your mind that this is the one, then none of the rest of that should
it it
whether you
it it,
ghost
it,
and
should-
block.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I never really believe in blocking people unless they did something really foul to me. That's
I
just
think you
me.
still want a cushion. It sounds like you want a cushion. You
No,
want to
no,
be
no,
in a
no, 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 no,
relationship and
no.
cushion.
I,
Because
you know,
yeah,
you
that's
know what
what
it,
it's
you know what it is.
sounding like to me.
You know what it is, Coach. It's a just in case. Like we could be
That's
out somewhere.
cushioning.
No,
And
no, no,
that's
no, no,
That's
no, no, no. Let me
cushioning.
finish. Let me finish. I'm saying
Okay.
just in case my phone rings. Just in case my phone rings. Like we could be sitting in my car, my phone rings, and Lisa pops up. You're like, who's this? And I'll explain to you, this is somebody I was seeing. I haven't spoke to her in a while. And this is somebody that I'm not seeing anymore, but she actually called me out the blue because that happens. You get phone calls out the blue.
Okay. So
So,
within that scenario,
mhm.
if I feel uncomfortable with Lisa, knowing that you was in a relationship with Lisa,
Or it
do
might
you
not have been a whole
feel me?
relationship. We might have just been seeing each other.
Okay, seeing each other relate, however you want to word it.
Okay.
The point is, I don't feel comfortable now with the relationship you had with Lisa.
Lord.
Now,
Lisa,
Lisa,
Lisa was before I got serious with you.
but you, oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
But for me, my history, right? I might have been cushioned before. I might have
Right.
been
I got you.
breadcrumb
I
before.
got you.
I might have been ghosted before. I might have been zombie before. And
Eh,
I'm telling you my history and what I've been through. And
mhm.
I'm saying, okay, we're about to be serious, but right now with the old friend girl, whatever she may be, makes
Mhm.
me feel uncomfortable. So you saying you're into me, what is your outcome? What do you do to fix that to make me
That's
feel
why I let you
secure?
know up front. That's why I let you know up front that prior to me getting serious about you, I was seeing other people. I'm not seeing those people now. So if my phone rings,
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting you know this is somebody that I was seeing, and I'm not seeing that person anymore. And I'm going to answer her in front of you. I'm not going to just
I,
let my phone ring.
okay, I
Okay.
got that, Don B. I don't think he's hearing me because what you're not acknowledging
I
is
do hear
how
you.
I
I hear
feel.
you.
You're not acknowledging how I feel because if this person is not that, you're not into that person, you're just a friend, and I mean more to you, and you trying to get serious with me, but you
Uh-huh.
need to leave this door open. That's
No,
gonna
no, no.
cause
The door's not open. The door's not open. I think maybe I'm explaining it wrong.
No, no,
The
no. We
door,
hear you.
the
You doing
door's
great.
definitely not open. I have stopped seeing this person. I haven't spoke to this person in 3 or 4 weeks. So
That
now
is
this person is calling me to find out if I'm all right or why they haven't spoken to me. And you happen to be there. I'm going to answer her.
okay,
I'm
you
going to.
answering her. What does
Mhm.
that conversation sound like while I'm sitting there while we serious? Let me hear that conversation.
Honestly, that conversation, I may say, listen, I can't talk right now. I'm
mm-mm.
with. I can't talk right now. I'm with somebody. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give her my whole scenario. Like, hey, listen, I got a girlfriend now. Don't call me no more.
It
the,
does.
the thing is
Dobby, help me out. Go
oh,
on, Dobby, go on
Oh,
because
so
I
oh,
want to.
then, Coach, do me a favor. Tell me what you think I should say.
you shouldn't say nothing. I know I'm not coach, but you shouldn't say nothing
I
because
shouldn't say nothing.
no, no. And let me
So
tell
I
you
shouldn't
why.
pick up the phone.
Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Hold on. Let me ask you this before you said that. I shouldn't pick up the phone
Okay,
You can do it.
hold
because
on, because they talking. Hold on, time out, because they talking to us in the chat, and here we go. Because apparently you're not understanding what I'm saying. Theo said, "Does the person that is calling know the door is no longer open?" No, what he's saying is he's going to tell him he can't talk right now. Okay, And Antoinette says, right, Theo, is she aware the door is closed? And that's what I'm trying to see if he would respond to me by saying, hold on. Oh, snap, T, you're about to be in trouble.
Let him know.
Yeah, he in hot water, and it ain't no about to be. He's in it.
Right.
In it,
Already
Von
in.
Eric. He's in it. Okay?
So
Okay.
so here's the thing.
Don B, go. Go,
Here's
Don. Here's the thing. It's getting ready to
the
get serious.
problem is that there shouldn't be no door. There's no door because it's about access. Period. If that's your decision, then that's your decision, and there is no more access. Now, no, you can't help and control who calls you, but okay, I was about to be real black. I had to pull myself back for a
That's
second.
all I'm saying. I can't help who calls me.
Hold on, listen. For me, and this is just Don't Be talking. You go ahead and answer. Have whatever conversation you would like. I'm not going to tell you how to respond. First of all, I wouldn't even be asking. I don't ask. And this is true story and fact. The way I'm built, I'm not asking who Lisa is because I care not about Lisa. I don't care about Cheryl. I don't care about Riri. I don't care none of that. None of that. Your phone can ring 52,000 times. I will never look at it. I will never ask who it is. I will never ask what you're talking about. You can have the conversation in front of me, behind me, on the side, text, however you want to do it. My issue would be there should be no access, period, because
So you, so
I'm
I
not,
should have blocked that person.
baby, listen, I can't tell
That's
you
what I'm
how
asking you. I should
to.
have blocked that person, right? Because if I
No, no,
don't
no,
answer that phone in front of you, that's gonna be a whole nother issue.
no. I'm talking for Dawn B. I can't speak for every woman. I'm talking for Dawn. For me, you can answer the phone if you choose wisely. There's no black and white answer to this, I would say, because it really depends on the woman. It depends on the degree of your relationship. It depends on how engaged y'all are with each other. I don't want, and I'm not really big on how much time I've invested in you because if I invested a year's worth of time in you and it's been cushioning and bread coming and all that stuff in this time, I'm good with you won't get another year. You won't get 2 more days.
Wow,
I'm good with vibes.
a
I'm good
year's
with that.
well,
You have
to
to
me,
make decisions for yourself. So for me, my thing is if this person still has access to you and you are entertaining them and there's no reason, then there's still something there. And the most you'll get out of me is I will say to you, go do what you feel you need to do.
well,
And then when you're done clearing, then we could talk.
okay,
So
understood.
again, to the blocking point, right? So let's back up. Cushioning generally aligns with modern day dating behaviors that create backup options due to the abundance of dating opportunities. Now, again, back to the car scenario we're in there. You're saying you're going to answer the phone, right? I can't talk. I'm with somebody, but you just told me we serious and I'm your girl.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we serious.
So you
But
gonna
if
tell
it's,
her you with somebody?
I'm with somebody. I can't talk to you. I can't talk right now. I'm with somebody.
So you can't. So why
Probably
you
not in so
can't
many
claim
words.
me to the other girl? Why you can't claim me and validate me who I am to you to the person that so called means nothing to you?
Well, during the conversation, I'm quite sure that would come up, honestly, because I'm not going to hide you. I'm definitely not going to hide you. If you my girl and we together, I'm not going to hide you. And trust me, by the time Lisa called me, I probably haven't spoke to her in weeks. And
Okay,
it doesn't.
commercial.
And to piggyback off of, go ahead.
No, I thought it broke up. So no, I didn't
No,
mean
and to
to. Go ahead.
piggyback off of what you were saying, like a whole year, it doesn't. It's not going to take me a whole year to realize that you're the person I want to be with. So it wouldn't be a whole year.
Okay,
Now, I'm just
commercial break.
thinking people pop up at different times. So if we are in this space and a year goes by, because I've had that happen, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I just don't answer the phone. You can call all you want. You can call, you can
Yeah,
text, you do whatever, whether you block and go, but because it
yeah.
don't make, never mind. Whether I'm with my man, myself, in church, spend time with Jesus, it don't make me no difference. You're calling me. I'm not
Mhm.
answering. I'm not responding because you no longer have any access to me. I don't give you a hello back because I'm not picking up. And respectfully so, because if you're my man, I'm gonna honor you whether I'm in your presence or not. So for me, that whole answering the phone in front of me, that don't mean that unless you want me to answer it. Because if she knows and she's calling you, oh, just say the word. I'm hello. Hi, Lisa.
Well, you know what? That sounds good. But if I don't answer that phone when that phone ring in front of you, that's gonna be a whole different conversation.
But don't be
Okay,
it's
so let's hey, Pastor Chris. And before Pastor Chris got something to say, hey, Pastor Chris, thanks for joining.
Hello.
And we're gonna take a commercial break before we continue because they talking to us. So still standing says you don't have to block, but she needs to know what time it is. Yeah, listen, access denied. Come on, still standing. Let the black brother man know what's going on. Why can't you say I'm with my girl? Hello.
I can say that. I can
Uh
say that. I can say that.
Bravo with Sheila says your so-called friends must become your partner's friends. So
Ooh.
it's ultimately important to make your partner comfortable. That's all I was trying to say. He was not making me feel comfortable. And I was trying to get in. He was going around the bush, the valley. He was all over the place. Pastor Chris, chime in, please, and help T out if you can.
Hello, everyone. I listened to half of the stuff of the conversation, but yeah, I had to come up here and help my brother. I just got in from work, so. But from what I heard, there's a lot to this. Um, I can speak from the male being the recipient of someone that was cushioned, right? Because you don't hear a lot of those stories. You always hear about the man, 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 the man, the man. Well, there's a lot of women out there to do the same thing. I gotta put that out there. Second of all, a lot of times when that happens, and I think I put it in the chat already, but a lot of times when that happens, sometimes it's not even about my self-worth or I'm thinking down on myself or I need validation from all these people. Sometimes it's just look, I that's just where I'm at. And I think when it comes to the truth, that's a gray area as well. Because I think we hit on that last time we spoke in regards to that. A lot of people say, and I'm saying a lot of people putting it male and female, a lot of people say we want the truth, but when the truth comes, are you able to handle the truth? Because you will respect a woman or a man more if they came straight up and say, "Hey, look, I think you're cute, whatever, 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 but this is where I'm at right now. We can still kick it, stuff like that, but we got to play all these games like Monopoly. Like what is this? Like we got to get all three properties to buy put hotels on it. Like come on, like this is just crazy. Like, and that's why we have all these dimensions and diameters and people tripping and all this other stuff because nobody's honest. And I've in my journey, being honest for me has been good and bad because when you're honest, you're putting it out there, you still get the brunt of the you know what. But if you're not honest and you're not truthful, you seem to get more of the benefits of you can still have your cake and eat it too, which doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, okay, so which game do we play here, Boo Boo? Do we play the I'm gonna be real and authentic, or we gonna just keep playing games? I mean, which one is it? So it's a lot to this. Is a lot to unpack with it because there's so many factors involved. But at the end of the day, do I say it's good to go ahead and cushion people? No, that's not what I'm saying. Am I saying that's a good thing? Go ahead and cushion everybody and everybody that you see? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get your stuff right. That's what I'm saying. When you get your stuff right, if you're not really ready to have a serious relationship, then don't have one. Just date. How hard is that? I
Apparently
mean,
very hard, being that people are being zombied and breadcrumb and all ghosting and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna throw a question out there. Do you think, and this is men and women also in the chat, do you think people are hesitant to fully commit and invest in relationships for fear of potential rejection? Is that part of cushioning?
Yep,
What do y'all
that's a
think?
that's a big one. I
I
think
agree.
commitment is big, and especially if you've been
Mm-hmm.
married and you've lost a lot in marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
come back into the dating scene and try to get everything back. You got everything, you're good and you're comfortable. You meet somebody, you do it again, and you lose it again. That's a lot. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, it's just great. It's wonderful. It's peaches and cream." No, you have to be very, very careful. Men and women. I'm not just talking to one sex here, because women deal
Mm-hmm.
with it too. But we have to understand that when you are at that place of loss, especially if you are authentic. Now, when it comes to a men and when we make shifts, am I saying I was the most perfect man in the world all my life? That's not what I'm saying. Am I saying I did all the right things? That's not what I'm saying. But as you get older, you have to learn that you got to stop playing the game because you're getting too old. I'm just saying. So, why are we doing all these different schemes? Just be real with it. Being real
Mm-hmm.
costs you something. So it's just a lot. I mean, I can go on and on, but I want T to chime in
Yeah, and
because
I think
yeah.
thanks for sharing that. Before you share, T, let's go to the chat and see what Still Standing says. She said, I would say so. Lots are afraid to commit because of past experiences. It makes you very hesitant. T, what's your thoughts on the question?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was on my other phone. I'm sorry.
I was
I'm
saying,
so
what's
sorry.
your thoughts on the questions in terms of people being hesitant to get in, to fully invest in relationships because of fear of potential rejection?
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real
Okay.
thing, and especially with men when the ego comes involved. I mean, nobody wants to be played. So
Okay.
that's why people date and entertain multiple people. Nobody wants to be played by that one person that likes them. Or, I mean, that one person that they like, and that person's kind of playing them to the side. That's why people entertain multiple people.
Okay, but if you really like the person,
If you really like the person,
do you
if you really like the
do you
person,
take right? Do you take that chance, or you just allow fear to hold you hostage and never know what could have been?
well, at this day and age, I would take that chance. You know,
Okay.
I'm a little too old to be running around. I'm too old. I'm too old to be playing them kind of games now. But before I was game. I'm like, whatever. If she ain't gonna act right, this one gonna act right.
Okay,
Period.
holla.
I mean, women do the same thing. It ain't just men.
No, no, we say here men and women. We're not just
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
specifically to men. I'm just asking y'all because
right.
again, we're
And
trying to balance
especially
it out.
especially if you've been hurt before, if you've lost a lot in relationships. I mean, it's kind of tough to dedicate all your time and all your energy into one person that may potentially hurt you.
And that's true. And I would say, when do you, at what point do you risk it? Because what point do you risk it to just say, I'm going to dive in because love is just going to conquer all? And
Well,
I
that
would
person.
rather try it out and it not work rather than to never have tried it at all.
There has to be like a mutual interest. I ain't gonna keep chasing, and keep chasing. You know what I mean? And you keep running and keep running and keep running. If you keep running, I'm just gonna run the other way because I know that's gonna lead me up to no good. You know,
Okay.
we have a saying, in the hood: rock with the people that rock with you. Rock with the people that rock with you, because if someone is interested in you, they're gonna show interest. Period. And
That's
if they're
true.
not interested in you, they're gonna keep what do you call it? What we call it? Breadcrumbing.
Right. See, there you go. We learned it here.
Here you
Breadcrumbing.
go. Here you go.
Drop, no
Here you go.
drops, no
Yeah,
droppings.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't with that. I'm too old to be getting breadcrumbs. Nah, baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I ain't gonna
Lady
keep
Dawn
chasing.
Breed. Yeah. And you weren't here. I don't think you saw one of the shows, one of our earlier shows. If they remember, they know the stance on it chasing. I don't agree with men chasing and chasing. I don't agree with either side
Oh, I
chasing.
wish I was at that. I wish
Yeah.
I. Woo!
Yeah.
I
So
was on that one.
yeah, not for the whole chasing thing at this age. Let's be authentic. Let's say what it is, and let's grow up and be what Lady Dawn B say. What my co-host said, be big grown. So, what's your thoughts on it, Lady Dawn B?
Well, first of all, you have to take accountability for your choices in your past. Period. Because everybody leads with this, oh, I've been hurt, I've been hurt. And I don't mean that, y'all know me. Okay. We all been hurt. We all been hurt. We all been wounded. We all got the scars, the marks. We got the war wounds. We can compare scars all we want to. But the point is, are you going to continue to just sit there and compare scars and let your past win? Or are you going to be willing to really take self assessment, acknowledge where you were, what allowed you to be in the situation that you're in or that you were in, and then choose differently? Switch pools, find other rooms. The reason why we end up repeating the cycle of winning and losing and winning and losing is because we stay in the same space.
Hmm.
It's the same
Mm.
space, different face. That's all.
But if you
And
like what you like,
I'm just saying, when you
you like
learn,
what you like.
yeah, it's a matter of accountability. You got to figure out what is it that you are looking for that's causing you to repeat this cycle. Insanity is the definition of doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And that's the part of a lot of
The,
us, we are insane in relationships or in the relationship space. So it's good risk no matter what. Love isn't, if, okay. My old pastor once said, um, love is not, love has to be tested. Love is risky, period. There is no soft cushion 100% guarantee. And that's what a lot of us look for. But the reality is, you are taking a risk every day. Love is a choice. You have to
Definitely.
get every day and decide that you're going to continue to love an imperfect person, not because you are imperfect, because then we're exchanging or being trauma bonded, and whatnot. I'm going to accept you because I want you to accept me. No, I'm going to accept you because you are a person that's worthy of being accepted with
mhm.
what you do with and the capacity to manage it. Um, so the fear of rejection works on both sides. There's going to be days in the most perfect relationship where you feel rejected because you don't get your way, or because the expectation that what you expected a person to do is not what they did. But that's where you have to learn how to give grace and grow. So the whole thing of cushioning, to me, in a sense, and I'm sorry, it's going to sound a little strong, but we can't continue to exist in this cop out of cushioning and wonder why we don't have solid relationships that we are building to rebuild our homes, our families, and our communities. It's because we are so busy trying to take the soft way back into a relationship. Change, do your self assessment, make the changes necessary, go into a different room, start dating in different pools, different spaces. If you're in the hood and that's all you see in the hood, listen, go to the library, do something. I don't know what, but switch lanes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, and that's a good point because I was gonna say that, and then I'm gonna go to the comments when you said you like what you like, but if you like what you like and it hasn't been working for you, at what point do you try something new?
At the point where you wake up
What
and
point?
realize, I think you got to get to the point where you wake up and realize it's not working. I tell my son this all the time. You keep trying to make this work, but it ain't working. So you're going to stay in this cycle until I'm going to wait here till you
Right.
whip your head.
Because what we wind up doing is dating the same person in a different body and a different face. That's all we're doing. Because if we like what we like and we're going after those same qualities and that same personality, all we're doing is dating the same person with a different face and a different area code in a different location. So at what point do we grow up and past what we like because our likes get us in trouble, right? Just because you like something, that doesn't mean you have to have it. I have an inner fat girl. She likes a lot of things, but guess what? She can't eat it all. Okay. And I have to control that. Oh, yeah, I have to control. It's in the fact where I love to eat. Everybody knows that. I love to eat. But just because I like it, it doesn't mean it's good for me.
Right, that part.
Right? So I see you thinking in your thoughts. So while you thinking in your thoughts, T, I'm gonna go to the commercial break. Still Stanton said, I acknowledge and choose not to choose. I'm at a peaceful place and will maintain that at all costs because my fight for peace was too costly. Girl, that's a whole nother show. We can do a 5-hour show on just peace alone. Listen, how y'all snap the fingers in poetry world? So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, so T, you're liking, yeah, what are you gonna do to change your likes? Just because you like something doesn't mean it's good for you.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
And on the flip side, there's certain
come
medicines we have to take is disgusting, but it's good for us.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Now, what am I
on.
going to do? What have I done?
Well, what have you done? Pastor Chris
You
is
know
on.
what? Honestly, stop chasing looks.
That's a good start.
Stop chasing looks. You know what I mean? Because I had an appetite for really, really good looking women,
Y'all got
and
something going on here. Everything that looks to you ain't good for you. Go ahead. So
that's
stop
true.
chasing
I've
looks.
learned that. I've learned that. I've learned that. So I've stopped chasing looks, but I'm not going to date. I'm not going to date somebody that I'm not attracted to at all. That's just not going to happen.
I think that's pretty hard to do. There has to be
Yeah,
some level
I'm
of
I'm I'm
attraction.
not
But you
I'm
can be
I'm not doing that.
okay. Can you be attracted to somebody's mind?
Yeah, you can be, but you
Is
have
it?
to know that person first, right? You have to get to know that person first. Yes, but most of the time, you're not going to approach somebody that you're not physically attracted to. That's just human nature, especially men. You know, she may not be attracted to somebody else, but she may be attracted physically to you a little bit, even a little bit, to make you approach her. Because if she's not attracted to you even a little bit, a man's not going to approach somebody that he's not attracted to. That's just it
I
is what
think
it
that,
is.
and I think that's vice versa. And I think a woman is not going to respond because there has to be, to your point, some level of attraction.
Some level of
It
attraction.
it just it has to be something there.
I, I,
It's
I
not
had
like,
I had
oh
a
gosh.
I had a habit of dating the guy chick that everybody wanted. That's my
Oh.
problem. That was my problem
So
growing
you
up.
like the to conquer the
I
whole
always, yeah,
male, like
yeah,
I
I
can.
always liked the it chick. Yes, I've
Okay,
always
You
liked the
that's
it
what I
chick.
say.
pursuit. That's what that is.
Huh?
I
What
said
you
you
say,
like
brother?
the chase, not the pursuit. That's what that is.
I don't want to say that because I'm not into really chasing like that either. She gotta like me too. That's just me.
Okay.
I ain't chasing like that. I'm just not. I don't even know how to do that.
Okay, Pastor Chris was falling over. You
I'm
you
sorry,
have
Chris.
something to
I'm
say?
sorry,
No,
Pastor. Go ahead.
no, you good. There was a song. Y'all know I come up with some stuff, but there's a song that this songwriter said a long time ago, and most of us on this panel might remember the song. It's called Poison, right? Never trust a and a smile.
And a smile.
Well,
That
so
girl
I
poison.
Not
yes.
true.
So
That's not true.
n- well, okay. I'll okay. Not
Um,
all. There we go. Not all. Well, I'm not gonna say it. Well, okay. Let me get back to my point. My point is that yes, sometimes when we are younger, we chase after the girl, right? Because I can agree with T. I was that guy too. You think I'm not gonna be okay? Everybody over that one chick, 'cause she got it all,
Yeah,
and
now I
I'm
want
over there, and I wanted to, but everybody else got this other stuff that I don't have or whatever, a car or flossing or whatever. They doing all this stuff, and I'm just in the cut, just like, and then I make my move. And then they ready to fight me. How in the world did you pull her? Well, I'm not gonna tell you my secret, but while all of y'all was acting thirsty, I was just chilling in the cut, just minding my business. I say hi, good morning, how are you? Oh, that
Yep.
looks nice on you. All that stuff. I'm not like, hey girl, you know, you know what it is. I'm not. Come on, man. That's played. Some chicks like it. It is what it is, but it's done. So it's not so much of the mouthpiece, and I think this is what's gotten our culture all mixed up in the first place. Oh, he don't got no game. What? Okay, so when he has game and then he got you, and then you cushioning, and then he got three other chicks on the side, then you mad because he had the game to get you. But now you mad, and now you on this show telling Coach Pache, see, girl, I know, see, girl, yeah, yeah, girl, you telling it, girl, yeah, but you was the main one. Okay, let me stop. Let me get back to the point. The point is, the point. See, I have to throw everything in here because I missed half the show, so I'm just throwing it all in here. So y'all have to excuse me, and I'm a little tired because I've been doing some 12, 14 hour days, so I'm a little loopy right now. So I might say some stuff that may not be Anyway, y'all know me out there in Bravo with Sheila Nation. But yeah, we if it's the money, we flossing. Oh, you got the big chain and all, all this stuff. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this to say this, and I'm gonna pass it because I got a lot going on right now. We again, we have to understand where we are. This chasing and this and that and this person and that person and let me dot the T and cross the I stuff. Look, let's just stop the nonsense. This is why conversations like this continue, because we don't do self-assessments. If we don't do a self-assessment, yes, you want to be attracted to someone that you like. Yes. You want to have some type of attraction. Yes, if you are a man that likes certain things on a female, that's your thing. If you are a female that likes certain attributes that a man should have, that doesn't mean you're a sinner and going to hell. That's what you like. But sometimes we got to upgrade. Sometimes we can't get Bone Thugs and Harmony. Sometimes you got to get Stefan or Steve Urkel. It's
Yeah.
okay. But they still got the same attributes you was looking for, but they don't come with you with that game. They're saying, "Oh, you look nice, Coach Pache. Oh, I love the way your hair is straightened." Then I say, "Yeah, girl, that hair is fire, girl. Oh," and he's like, "Hey, yeah, what?"
I don't respond to that.
No, I mean, I'm not saying you.
I don't respond to that.
Yeah, I was just making an example. I wasn't saying you. I know you probably shut them down before they even say, "Hey, I ain't
Listen,
having on that. I ain't having on that. Just stop right now." Anyway, let me leave you alone because I ain't trying to get. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to have no clip played about me. So I'm gonna be quiet.
I don't even know where
Anyway,
we at right now,
I'm
but
done.
okay.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Don't nobody want no smoke with the coach.
you had an 8:30 moment. That's what.
Nobody want no smoke with the coach.
Listen, y'all putting that narrative out there, but trust, I am the sweetest thing ever.
Hey, coach. How long have I known you? How long
I
have I
am
known
the
you?
junior high school.
Uh, I'm not gonna say how many
What?
years, but you not much have changed.
No, 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 not true. Not true.
Uh, I
I
mean, I
have
mean,
evolved.
okay, but I'm just telling you what I see. You always been classy, and you always didn't take no smoke. So
Right. And
that's what.
just and yeah, thanks for clarifying that. And this is the part that we often say. And Chris, I saw you spit out your drink when I say that's very disrespectful, Pastor Chris. Very, very disrespectful. The point I'm making is yes, I have evolved. And yes, because I think people have a tendency to think, and I think we can all attest to that. It's because we're saved and because we're God's girls and because we're Christians, I'm supposed to be a pushover. And that is never the case. Guess what? My father turned over tables. Now we want to get into the Bible, we get into the Bible. So
That's
he didn't
not
tell me to
easy.
be a doormat. So that's a part. that will always be in me to advocate for myself and advocate for people when I see injustice being done. That's a part of my personality that I will not apologize for it. And out of everything that I have been through in my life, I will always stand up for myself. Now, that may look different to some people. I'm hard, I'm this. You can call it what you want to call it. But for me, I am always going to advocate for myself because I'm a king's kid. I know who I belong to and I know whom I belong to. And because I'm a Christian and because I'm a God's girl and because I love Jesus, that does not mean people get to walk over me.
Right.
And even within that, I believe everybody has another side to them.
Right.
If their back is up against the wall, right?
Right.
Everybody has that other side to them that say, hey, and all of us have kids here, right? So I guarantee you, if somebody came to you, Pastor Chris, somebody came to you, Lady Darby, somebody came to you, T, and said somebody did something to your daughters or your son, that thing gonna switch.
It's on
Quick.
and pop.
Quick.
And not to say it's for us to be, we want to be in that, because I never want to be that person. However, back to my point, I will always advocate for myself. So it may appear that I am something else, and I'm fine with that, but I'm always going to be authentically me. Make sense? Okay, commercial. Oh, not Dr. Cheese, cross the eyes. Come on, Pache, that's right. Yes, power to the sisters, power to the people. No, nobody's scared of Coach Don B or still. That's why you stand in the chat and you ain't get up on this platform.
Yeah, we
You
That
just out looking for you, Vaughn. Come on,
you
man.
you, you scary because you in the chat.
saying it with your chest from the chat. Right. Where they do
Right,
that?
saying it with your chest from the chat. So within that, yeah, there is another side of me. Like there is another side to everybody on this platform. Everybody has that other side to them. So in terms of evolving, absolutely. But in terms of what we have been talking about this entire month with breadcrumbing, ghosting, and zombieing, and now cushioning, none of those are applicable to me. That's just something at this stage, like we all said, we big grown. We know what we want, we know what we're looking for. So those behaviors are unacceptable to me. And unlike Vaughn, he likes people climbing through windows and sitting on his bed in the dark, waiting for him to come home and then stalk him and then move in with them for 7 years into the year of the completion and wait for the eighth year to move on to greater. And I digress because he in the chat. Now,
Damn. Man, Vaughn. Oh man.
Vaughn, you
thank you,
getting
still
roasted,
standing.
bro.
Hey, Vaughn, I got a story like that. Don't feel bad though, man.
You you
Don't
you
feel
getting
bad, brother.
roasted. This was a
So, with
perfect night.
that, this was a perfect night. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming on and sharing. And again, this is a space where we can just share, we can agree to disagree in a respectful manner. We have talked about breadcrumbing, we have talked about zombieing, we have talked about ghosting. So next, and now we're talking about cushioning. So everybody that's been tuning in on this platform, none of these things should still be being done to us. Because if so, y'all need to go see Dr. Hardy and sit on her couch.
That part.
Somebody needs some therapy somewhere.
Hey, Dawn, I'm gonna look somewhere else, Dawn.
Very good. I'm so proud of you, T. Come
Hey,
on.
hey, but hold up. She gotta be cute though.
You'll find her on the other. Listen, you
All
don't
right,
know what's
all
in the
right,
other room.
all right,
Leader
all
with
right.
you. I promise
So
you,
again,
it's on the other side.
we're gonna let Pastor Chris say something, we're gonna let T say something, we're gonna let Don B say something, and we're gonna close out. Pastor
Oh,
Chris, thoughts.
oh, well, I'm just going to just wrap it up in a nice little bow. Sometimes when it's like a sort of perfect sleeper, right? You want the perfect fit. You want the cool or the firm or the memory, all the options that you have, and that's all well and good. But you know what you want, and you know how comfortable you want to be, so you pick the right one for you. So, with that being said, I rather date than to have five other people and I'm playing juggling, trying to juggle everybody just to see which one is going to not fall after my arms start getting tired. That's crazy. So let's be grown about it. Let's have adult conversations. If you're not in the position of having a serious relationship, leave the woman or leave the man alone. It is what it is. If you so cute and so fine, or you so sexy and so debonair men, what's the problem? You can get one anytime you want, right? So, but just be honest. So again, when you do that to people, especially people that are really sincere, whether their demeanor may be hard or not, they know what they want, they know what they like, and you have no right, male or female, to invade someone's space because you feel that you can, because the way you look, what you drive, what you got, all that stuff is getting old and played. I don't know why we keep playing the same card, because eventually your card's going to be seen and they're gonna know you. So stop playing the game. Like they said, well, hate the player, hate the game. Well, I hate the game and I hate the player a long time ago because it don't work. Because at the end of the day, you still by yourself and you 50 years old and you played all these people, male or female, and you still by
Mhm.
yourself. So stop it. All right. So stop cushioning, stop breadcrumbing, stop zombieing, stop doing all this nonsense. Stop going to BK, stop going to the buffet. It's not 9.99 special on Fridays. Just stop it. Don't go to aisle 5 on Walmart, even in Target. Stay out of those aisles, and you won't keep running into the same girl or the same guy you've been dating for the last 50 years and you still getting it wrong. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you, Pastor Chris. And T, before you go, Lady Dawn B, I got to show you something. Listen to this. Let's look at this cop out. I'm busy, but still listening. I'm telling your mom, Coach Passe, that's messed up.
Sniffing,
Listen, she is
sniffing,
full. She's fully aware of who her child is. Period.
1,000.
Look, she
Tell you
look. She
something.
said, look. She said, love you, Vaughn. She ain't got nothing for you, Vaughn. She ain't got nothing for you, Vaughn. Go
Because
ahead,
she's
T.
working. There's nothing to tell.
It's nothing to say.
Um, I learned a lot tonight. Every time I tune in, I learn a lot. I will say that. Um, basically, dating is still rough. Dating is rough. So, like I said, Dawn, I like what I like, but at the same time, I got to start looking in different places, and and some of those people show up in other places too. So you got to be careful of that. And all in all, just do what makes you happy. Get with somebody that you think is going to make you happy. Period. Whether it be you're attracted to the person's mind, whether you're attracted to their face, whether you're attracted to their body, just make sure you're happy with the person. Because being with somebody just because they're nice, you ain't gonna be happy. You're gonna cushion.
No.
Period. You're gonna keep cushioning. Oh, she's such a nice young lady. So you know what? I'm not gonna cheat on her. I'm going to be just with her. I'm going to ask her for her hand in marriage because she's just so sweet and so nice. That don't work. That just don't work. Period.
Don't work.
That's all I gotta say.
Lady, thank you for that. Lady Dawn B.
I will just say we are all beautifully flawed, period.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as perfection. It's just a matter of your capacity. Tia, I'm very proud of you. You've made progress in one whole night. Right. So look another place. You can like what you like, but when you switch spaces, you might just find what you love. You never know. So I would just say to the conversation, um, be secure in yourself. Do the work to stand on your own 2 feet, 10 toes down, so that affirmations and validations come across as confirmation, not as new news to you about you, because then you'll show up in a relationship differently. Just make sure that, navigate, move from cushioning to dating and just be honest. You will get more out of it and don't have to watch your back with secrets and lies or answering the phone in front of me to prove whatever, because that don't prove much. But just be safe out here in these streets. You know,
Hey,
it ain't like when we was little. You know, we at this big age, it's different. So that's my share.
yeah, you ain't got to worry about hanging up the phone on somebody in the middle of the night and they show up at your door in a whole nother city the next morning. Yeah, that was for you, Vaughn.
Oh,
But that's
hold
another
on.
story.
Well,
Oh,
hold on, because we have to talk about that next show. Hold on. You threw me for a whole
Hey,
nother.
Vaughn, that was for you, brother.
Oh Jesus! They done took a flight. They done
Yeah,
drove plane, trains,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
automobiles.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
that's
I was
oh,
being funny, but
stalking.
that's a true story. We'll get into that another time.
That's
oh yeah,
stalking and threatening. What you talking about?
We'll get into that
that's a
another
whole
time.
nother show. Listen, November is coming. Okay, all right. That threw me. A whole nother city state woke up at you. Okay, okay. Kushner serves as a buffer against emotion vulnerability, allowing people to feel more secure by keeping options open. However, in today's dating culture, with easy access to potential partners through social media and dating apps, cushioning has become more common. But it's often a reflection of deeper insecurities or commitment fears rather than a long term solution. Recognizing these patterns can help individuals seek healthier and more transparent ways of navigating relationships. What I will say within all that and all that we have talked about this month with zombieing and breadcrumbing and ghosting and cushioning, just be aware that people's emotions are involved. And whether male or female, we do not have a right to play with anyone's emotions. That is a dangerous game. No one wants it done to them, so we should not be doing it to other people. And
Right.
from HG, right? Yeah, so we got to respect people's emotions and where they are. People may just have one more relationship left in them before they snap. You never
That-
know. It happens
Yeah.
more often than not. When you tell somebody, I know we said we wrapping up, but if you tell somebody going into a relationship saying, guess what? I've been hurt before, I've been wounded, I've been breadcrumb, I've been zombied, I've been all these things. I don't have the emotional capacity for another heartbreak. So if you're not serious, please don't get involved with me.
Mm.
No one has a right to play with that. If the person is telling you, I got one more good relationship in me, just one more,
just one.
Hey,
don't take advantage of that person, whether male or female. That's
hey,
all.
Coach, is that going to be a topic?
What's
Because that's a
that?
serious topic too. What you said, the one more good relationship in them.
Yeah, that can be
Oh yeah, you need to get on that because whoo,
one more. You know, and that can be a whole conversation we can have if that's something you want. We always say if you
yeah,
want to talk about something specific, let us know.
yeah, yeah.
But the emotional capacity, everybody doesn't have that. And to take advantage of someone's emotions and take them on that emotional roller coaster is not fair. When they were honest with you up front, and all you had to do is walk away.
That's very true.
And we're going to leave out on that note. Thank you all for coming on. My co hosts, Lady Dawn BT and Pastor Chris. And until Monday, we out.